We got more clips from mini camps and OTAs, and today we're going to take another look at the Buffalo Bills and get another look at Josh Allen. We're going to watch him throw the ball around, work through some drills, and everything else. But before we do, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're going hard in the paint. Looking at these rookies every single day at these camps, at these practices, seeing what they're doing. Even your favorite veterans like Josh Allen. When it comes to training camp time, you're going to want to know this. That's when the bullets are really firing, when the pads are popping, and the clips will be right here. Click that button. Stop missing out on your favorite players and what they're doing behind the scenes. Let's take a look at Josh Allen. Minute and a half of clips. We'll actually run through these a few times, and let's watch him rip it here on the field. Watch him work through these drills here. There's another one coming out. Pitch and catch. Pitch and catch. This is pitch and catch season. That's how I like to talk about it. Some 7-on-7s here and there. A lot of drills. It's a good break by Keon Coleman. You got to understand he's a bigger wide receiver, so it's going to look different. Him jogging on the field. Is that Curtis Samuel right there? Let me know if you see anything in the background that catches your eye too. Also, Bills fans of their teams, when they look at these clips, they like to look at the facilities. Look at the stuff in the background. Look at that stuff too. You got Trubisky there. There's more than just Josh Allen here. That's why I say, hey, one clip tells a million words. Ray Davis there. I love Davis. I love Davis on this team. I think that was a perfect fit. Have a lot of perfect fits in this draft for these rookies. Even Keon Coleman, a perfect fit with Josh Allen. I talked about it a million times on this channel. I think I've gained a lot of Bills fans because of that, subscribing. Josh Allen has a pretty ball. He had that at Wyoming. I'll tell you what really sold me on Josh Allen when he was coming out for the draft, what really sold me, my turnaround point, so where I was just watching him, learning about him. I watched him throughout his career, but it was Wyoming, so it wasn't on TV all the time, so I had whatever games I had DVR'd of him. But what really sold me was the Senior Bowl. He started off that first series with a bad performance, and usually you do like a series or two, and then you come out, and that's it of what you're participating in that game. He made himself come back in. He had that fire in him, and he came back in. He was not happy about it. He came back in, and I believe he played well, if I remember right. But that was my turning point. And there's more than just the play, too. When it comes to a player, it's their focus towards the game, and it's something that you get little tiny tidbits on a player that you can see. And you really have to interpret it properly, because sometimes you'll see a player and they seem overly confident, but that's them being confident. And honestly, if you're not going to be a top player, you got to be confident in your abilities. Or a player like him, who it went bad, but it's not like he curled up. He came right back out on the field. So that told me that this is a player that when the going gets tough, he's going to keep going. On top of that, that's going to allow him to develop. That's going to allow him to keep training. That's going to mean he's a hard worker. That means he puts the time in. Means he's confident in himself. Means he knows better. Means he's putting in the work. He means he's going to push past no. You saw this, or you're seeing this throughout his career. I like how aggressive he is. He's very confident in his arm. He's got a strong arm. He's accurate downfield. Throws a lot of YOLO balls. He's got some ability. I love the YOLO balls. I love quarterbacks who throw YOLO balls. Deep balls downfield. Gabe Davis getting it done downfield last year prior, whenever he's healthy on the field. Now you got Keon Coleman. They brought him in. And if you look at this team, Chase Claypool, some of the other wide receivers that they brought in, some of those vets, there's a lot of deep ball guys. I like Curtis Samuel on this team. He can be a good outlet after the catch. He can be a solid addition nobody's talking about. Ray Davis right there. He's a running back in this year's draft. He's very efficient. He's good between the tackles. He can catch the ball in the backfield. He's that running back that you would not be surprised if he comes out of nowhere and just shines. And him paired with Cook, just the perfect tandem. I think just the perfect tandem, and you needed that. You had the ghost of Leonard Fournette last year, and everybody was hoping that he would do something. Think about that in season. Everybody was looking at Leonard Fournette, hoping he would do something. And that's an indicator that you needed another running back. Because a lot of other teams, if the ghost of Leonard Fournette was walking around the room in the facilities, nobody would care. They were wondering what that was going to do, what that was going to look like. You got Ray Davis here. And I believe once he gets established, I think he can be a big-time threat. I think him and Cook together, I think that's going to be a nice tandem. I think this team's going to change up a little bit because it has to. You got some different personnel there at wide receiver. You got a good addition at running back. They needed that second running back. They tried to plug it together last year, and they got it in the draft. And I think they got it at a good price in the draft, too. And Keon Coleman needs Josh Allen. He needs a quarterback who's not afraid to sling it downfield, who's not afraid to sling it while contested. He needed that. He could not go to like Dak Prescott or a more conservative quarterback, even if they're good, because those targets, when really he's open, when he's not, he's that type of wide receiver, aren't going to come to him. He needs a quarterback that'll saddle up. And Josh Allen needed a wide receiver like Keon Coleman, who's got those ball skills, sticky hands, gets downfield. I think this is the perfect marriage. This is the perfect marriage. If Keon Coleman doesn't hit with the Bills, he's not meant to hit anywhere else. He's just not. Like, that is the situation here for Keon Coleman. If he does not hit with the Bills, he does not hit anywhere else. That's the thing. If he's not on the field firing soon, this season, early next season, I think it's the proof in the pudding that it's not going to hit. This is the perfect situation for him from what we've seen on tape at Florida State and Michigan State with Josh Allen. And this is the perfect wide receiver for him for what he wants, to develop with. I get it, Justin Jefferson, those top-end wide receivers, but if you're plucking a wide receiver out of a draft, and you're looking at traits, you're always drafting in the back end because you're a good team, that's the perfect wide receiver for you with what you're going to be getting out of the draft. You're not going to get a top 10 guy because you're never going to have those top 10 picks when you got a quarterback like Josh Allen getting you deep into those seasons. That being said, this is a good tandem. This is a team we're watching. We're watching hard. Dalton Kincaid, I did not mention him much this season, but I look for him to take a step up because tight ends usually do year 2, year 3 in their career. But again, we're looking at Josh Allen here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.